Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We really appreciate you taking the time. Today, we are focusing on those who are either changing careers or just want to have an active LinkedIn page. However, before that, my name is Grace Nzula. I'm a HR consultant with Atarac Solutions, a HR consulting and training firm. This program is called Get It Right with Atarac Solutions for those who are joining us for the first time. Without further ado, allow me to introduce Madam Jane. When I shared the flyer, everyone was like, "Hi, Jane, lazima we come. Oh, I love Madam Jane. I would never miss it." I think she's creating impact. You have a very, very big heart, and I personally really appreciate you. I think you have really been supportive of me and Atarac Solutions as a whole, and we really genuinely appreciate you and love you very much. And I know the audience, I know some people are like, "Ay, agent siezi kosa," so I think that is a very good thing. And I'm glad that you don't take it as pressure. So I know quite a number of job seekers who've been wondering, how do I get spotted on LinkedIn? And does it really work? In fact, Jen, when I shared the flyer on Sunday, somebody asked, does LinkedIn really work, or in Kenya, must we know everyone? And I know that is a question that you will really answer. I think we need a cocktail, but I don't know what your expertise will say. Take it away, Jane.
Thank you very much, Chris. And thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes that are coming even right now. Thank you very much. So today we are going to do LinkedIn optimization, and just to answer Grace and whoever was saying that LinkedIn works. Today I'm going to be speaking as a headhunter, and there are very many times that I have to recruit someone and I have no clue where to find them. Just last week, if you follow me, you'll have seen that I posted, I'm headhunting for the following positions. And I got a client who gave me almost like that 6 hours turnaround time to hire for people that I had no clue where to find them. Guys that have experience in BPO, business process outsourcing. And what I did was within the 36 hours, actually we advertised like today, and the following day we were interviewing people. So how did we get that? The easiest was we don't even look at our inbox. I don't know whoever applied for the position in our jobs at Career Management Center. The guys that inboxed me in my LinkedIn, inboxed my team, the ones that posted the job, and those who came to my WhatsApp are the ones that got interviewed. And I can assure you, I had not recruited for a data protection officer. That was the first time. You know, you guys, we are going to the Data Protection Act. So almost every company is recruiting a data protection specialist. So it was the first time. I did not even have that in my database. And I went online, and today we're going to find out, how do you ensure that headhunters actually find you when they come to your LinkedIn? And before I even get there, I want to say that the LinkedIn is your personal website. It is, you may not, all of us may not have a personal website, but that is your personal website. If I search your name right now, the first thing that will come up will be your name. And if you have a LinkedIn page, it will even appear that Jane Mtisia working for this organization and something else are up there. So we're going to look at how do we find you? And then two, how do you ensure that the brand you're bringing online is actually what we're looking for? So I'm going to share just a few slides, just very few slides before we go to a practical session, because I'd like us to do this very practically. So optimizing your LinkedIn strategy. And before we even know what to optimize, I will first say, why are you in LinkedIn? And that is the most important thing. Knowing why are you getting into LinkedIn? Is it fashion for you? Is it because all of us are going crazy about social media handles and all that? So that's the first thing that I'd like us to know. Where exactly are you getting to LinkedIn? And I'm calling that, let me just expand this slideshow. We start from the beginning. So where are you in LinkedIn? Determining your LinkedIn strategy. There are those of us like I and Grace will be there for marketing, for sales, for brand and reputation building and all that. Someone else will be there because they're actually looking for a job. Others will be there because they are recruiters and they're there to search for people. So at any one time, even before you put that profile up, ask yourself, why exactly am I joining LinkedIn? Why exactly am I here? And what do I want to see? And I'll just talk about something different. And we are saying you have to figure out your target audience. And one of the most common mistakes that people make with their LinkedIn profiles is using it to tell the story they want to tell. Instead, you need to use your profile to tell the story your audience wants to read. And that's why I'm saying, first of all, ask yourself, why are you there? Why are you on LinkedIn? The moment you answer that question properly, then you'll understand. And when you're looking at that, if you're a job seeker, look even at the industry. And I'll keep in the example of last week. Was it last week or the last week when you're doing that headhunting? I didn't know these people, so I'm not searching anybody by name because I got some people, but I didn't know Kevin is in HR and BPO. I didn't know that Catherine can do ABCD, can do sign language. I don't know her name. If I'm looking for 5 sign language people to interview, I don't know Catherine. I don't know anyone else. So the easiest way for me to search would be I go online and I look for sign language interpreters. So when Catherine is writing that, she's not writing for herself, but for the guys that she's targeting, either people to use her resources or to employ her services. So very, very important to always understand that's why you're doing that particular recruitment. So here we are. Thank you, Kevin, for offering to give us your LinkedIn to start with. So I like the human resources, people's manager, attendance specialist. 3 participants have their hands up. So we'll start with understanding how people are searched. So the first thing is under your name, because nobody knows you. All the headhunters that are globally. And remember, LinkedIn is one of the biggest recruitment sites. Most people globally recruit from LinkedIn. Actually, it has the best hires from my experience. I would rather even spend money advertising in LinkedIn than advertising in any other site. Because when I advertise here and I post my premiere, I post my advert, within 3 hours, I have very many quality applications. Because most professionals will find themselves in LinkedIn. So always, even without having to find the advertisement, always ensure that the things appearing, the titles appearing under your name are titles that people can actually find you. Like now, I'm going to just search here, how we search when I'm looking for someone. So maybe I'm looking for a data protection officer, like I told you guys, data protection, privacy. You can see here in jobs, in groups, in people. So just say that I'm looking for a job. So I'll say data protection officer. Then I'll come here and say, let's see what comes. You see? Can you see my screen? So if I'm looking at data protection officer, I'll definitely be able to connect with this guy, Francis, Fiona, this guy here. You know, I'll be able to connect with all those people. And you can see even for jobs, it is showing me the kind of jobs that I would get with that particular title. So if you don't have this title, if that is your profession and you don't have that under your name, then it means no recruiter will ever find you. And you'll keep saying you have to know someone or LinkedIn doesn't work. So you must think about the person that might look for me because I'm coming here so that job seekers can find me, rather headhunters can find me, organizations can find me. What exactly do I want them to find me for? So that is an example. So under your name, this guy might appear as data protection officer, and I'm okay using it because it's in public. But maybe he has other titles. We could have data privacy. We could have, maybe he's a lawyer. I don't know what profession he is. It could be anything. So last week when I was searching for organizations for this particular role, because I didn't know now where exactly to find people, I was looking for a data protection officer in a BPO. So the first thing that I did was come here and say BPO. Then I said, for me, I'm looking for people. So I'll just say BPO. And then I want to see if there are people that will come with that word for BPO. And as you can see, Jemima Wanja, BPO executive, someone, BPO Kenya. And now for my headhunting, I had actually to come and connect with these people and tell them, I see you in BPO. I'm looking for data protection officer in the BPO industry. So under your name, it's always important if you already have an industry to have also that industry in that. Like if you're looking for telecommunication, you'll be seeing adverts saying, we are looking for someone ABCD. If they have experience in this particular industry, it's another advantage. So put your name, different titles that can actually work for you and the industry that you have worked in, the different industries. And now let me just search my name and you see what I'm trying to talk about. So Jane Mutisia, I'm not a connection to Kevin, but we'll connect to them. So there I am. And as you can see under my name, for me, I'm selling myself as a coach. So you'll see here, HR Projects Director, Certified Professional Coach at ABCD. So anyone looking for a coach will actually find me if they find coach. Anybody looking for HR Director will also find me. If I change my mind and I want to look for HR Manager jobs, Recruitment Manager jobs, I'll come here and I'm going to edit this. I'll edit all this information and then people will find me because anybody who's looking for HR Business Partner will never find me. Is it clear? So anybody who's looking for a title that is not under my name, so will not find me. So at least think about 3-4 titles that you could put below your name, and you can put slash, 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 so people are able to reach when they search that particular whatever. I don't have an industry, but if I wrote industry, like I can actually add and say maybe something, and then people will be able to follow me. If you look at my profile, it will be purely what I'm trying to sell, not just in a story. But I want guys to know that I'm a certified professional coach, the background in ABCD, and if anyone looking for me will actually find that. And then there's something called about you increasing followers, people that can actually get in touch with you. So all those things that you do, how are we having them in your? So if Kevin is seeing me for the first time and has searched me, he'll come and find that Jane has been featured here, has been featured here. He can look for more activity and get to see what is this that is happening around here. You know, what have I done in terms of my experience and things to do with all that. So for me, I'm selling myself as a trainer, as a coach, as a HR project director, and therefore, as much as I am employed by Career Management Center, I do assignments for FKE. And therefore, for me, it helps me to have FKE in my profile. And therefore, I'll put it up there and say what I do for them. Because I'm having a targeted, I'm actually targeting myself. It's like an online CV. I'm very clear about what I want to get from here. And trust me, I've gotten things. I'm very, very, very clear on what I want to get from them, from the profile, and what kind of calls I want people to talk to me about. So there are times that you come and find something like this, and maybe you want to connect with Jane. We say message, and it says you can't try premium free, you can message everyone, and that one says maybe you can't message Jane. Let's say more, connect with Jane, follow Jane to see their posts, and they prefers to be followed. I didn't even know that I had this signage for sure. It means it is working against me. So I have to check now under my settings. You see there, like that, I didn't know it was there. Because if guys can't connect with me, how are they going to message me? And this is a very good example. My own LinkedIn has been neglected. So you see now, I am not able to connect with Kevin even if he wanted to connect with me, because it is refusing that he sends me a connection. And that is in my settings. Meaning, there could be guys who are trying to reach me, but how do they reach me? As you can see here, there's no telephone number. I'm saying they can't message me. I prefer guys to follow me. And I didn't even know that I didn't even know that was not intentional. I didn't even know that I've done something like that. And then if you come to message, it is refusing for them to message me. So at what point are they going to get in touch with me? Almost impossible that person is going to get to me. If you follow me, and then what? And you're not able to text me. So it becomes very, very, very difficult. So let me address that now. So it means you come for, let's see if Kevin has the same mistake. So you come to the profile. So you can see I'm now at Kevin, me there. And then you come to settings and privacy. This is for Kevin. And then we come and see if he's allowing the public to be able to chat him, because I can find him when I search him. But if I'm not able to reach him, I can't text him a message. I don't have his number. I can't proceed. So name, location, and industry. Remember I said I charge for BPO. So sometimes it helps to put which industry is this that you belong to. So you come to settings and privacy and you're able to edit that. Let me just say Kevin Adipo, additional name, hajaandika. Let's see whether he has an industry, current position, human source at that, Pajam, add new position, non-profit organization as industry, that particular university location is Kenya, and all that. We just save. I think that's okay. We'll go back to me again, and we come to me. We come to settings and privacy, and we come here and say set preferred language, content, auto display, showing profile photos, choose how to hide profile members, choose to show hide. So him is showing everyone. If you click on it, you just see allow all LinkedIn members. There are some people, if you go to your connection, you find you could be saying you want to show your photo to no one, meaning it's LinkedIn and we can't see you, or just your connection. Your connections are your friends. They may not be headhunters. They may not be having a job. And even if they have, they know you, they just call you. So LinkedIn is for the world, people who don't even know you, but they have a chance to now interact with you. So always come here to the settings and say all LinkedIn members should be able to have access to connect with you. Feed preferences, so we can see what Kevin has said. It's proposing other things because he followed me. This is we come to feasibility. That's my interest for tonight. So profile viewing options. Choose whether you are visible or in viewing private mode. Your name and headline. So this is how it appears. And we are saying food profile. And then we have private profile characteristics. A private mode, it means you would appear as an anonymous LinkedIn member. So there are people who have not ticked these ones. So it's always good to know, to be sure, what exactly have you ticked. Are you appearing as your name and headline? So he could also choose this if you want to go for human resource specialist. I have an issue with these titles because it's almost, we have people managers, but it's not a very common title. It's not a very common title in the HR field. And therefore, you may take a very long time before people look for people manager. There's people in catch a fine, but it can be a while. If it has to be there, then something else. When you say human resources, again, it's a hanging title. So you want to edit, and maybe there's something to do with, you want to edit that, I'll edit for you, and maybe put human resource business partner, HR officer, HR manager, things that I'll actually go online and look for, because otherwise then I will not find you, because I'll not be looking for that particular title. And then choose your public profile, choose how you appear to non-logged in members. Those who are not logged in will see him as this, a hardworking person who is committed and able to get ABCD, ABCD. So again, this about is something that I would change, because you see that's how they are seeing him. So they have seen fine, he's a HR person, human resources and all that. But then this description is very, it is not an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch, because this is like an online CV, will be talking about a HR professional with over 5 years experience in different industries, including NGOs, private sector, with the experience in managing, maybe from recruitment, hire to retire, all those functions, just a brief. And you can even talk about your competencies, because you want people to just look at it and know, what kind of jobs can we go for Kevin? Otherwise, when you say hardworking, it's subjective, confident is subjective. It's almost like not saying much, but this should be used for you to sell yourself. And the same thing should happen to your CV. So in your CV, that profile there, it should be like a summary of your qualifications and experience, because then that makes people want to sell you. So we come here and say, edit feasibility. You control your profile's appearance for people who are not signed into LinkedIn. The limits you set here affect how your profile appears on search engines. Profile badges and permitted services like Outlook. Learn more. So it is already on. People can see him. Some people, it is off. Some people, if you're not in LinkedIn, you can't see. So ensure you log into feasibility and turn this on. So basic required name, number of connection and region, that's okay. Profile photo. I think we can see your profile photo as all of us. All LinkedIn members, even public. This one was a better one. Yeah, public. That's okay. Headline show, summary show, article show, everything for you is actually ticked. So it's actually good. So some people, these ones are ticked off. Remember, we said LinkedIn is not a private affair. It is not private. You're not posting anything that is personal. You're posting things that could actually sell you. It's a market. I call it a talent market. You're coming to sell your talents. You're coming to sell your products if you're in business. You're coming to sell your brand. And sometimes you just want to do branding. And a good example of branding, I keep giving the example of the CEO of Amref. He writes very good things. I don't know whether he's looking for a job, but he writes things that, like, it's a brand for him. Like during COVID, he would post very nice things that would actually be talking about his brand. And that's why I said, why exactly are you in LinkedIn? So maybe he doesn't want guys to inbox him because he's not looking for a job. Maybe just an example. But in terms of branding, then he'll allow everyone to actually be able to follow him and even see who has taken where and all that. A badge, you can create a badge that you don't have, but you can create. You just have a band on your small typos when you come to work experience. But before we go there, there's something I want to do. So I'm okay with that in terms of that. So let's go first of all back to settings, settings and privacy. Settings and privacy, and we come here to feasibility. Come to feasibility again. Connections, choose if your connection see connection list, that's okay. He has a yes. If you click, you'll find a no option too. You click on it, is a yes or a no. So if you tick this off, then people are not able to see your connections, but you have nothing to hide. Who can see your last name? Everyone. Represent your organization's interest? Yes. Provide discovery and feasibility of LinkedIn? He has said yes. Some people yes. He's saying profile discovery using email address. So if you search him with his email address, if you know him, you would see him. And then it says, if you come here, you can sign it. Everyone, second degree connections and nobody. So you have to be very particular what you tick here. If you tick nobody, then nobody will ever find you in terms of your email address. And for him, is okay saying everyone, which is what should happen. If you say first degrees, remember those are your friends, they are already your connections. If they have nothing to offer, then you're losing. Then discovering using your phone number, he's saying everyone, if you click on it, you still find the same kind of thing. Then here we have visibility of LinkedIn activity. Who can see when you're active? If you click on it, you'll find the same. Like for him, he wants his connections to see when he's active. I think Kevin, this we can change to our LinkedIn members. Some people even have no one. And therefore it means you are there, like you are the only one who is seeing what you are doing, and a few other people now ID. So you go to all LinkedIn members. It's better for you. And then we have, you see, we are saying it may use data relating to your activity because it has artificial intelligence to personalize our service so that they can be more relevant and useful to you and other people. Then we have share profile updates with your network. You don't have to do that because you can choose to share or not to share. When you share profile updates with your network, there are times that maybe you have a new job or you have something that is different and you do not want everybody to know, especially your boss. If you put update, then everyone will just be seeing. So it is best you choose no, the way he has chosen that. Yes, we can know when Kevin is in the news. Choose whether other members can mention you or tag you. If you choose no here, it means when you do our articles and sometimes when you tag people, whatever you have posted, the more people you tag in your message, the more reach, because then their friends get to see what you have posted. So if you don't allow us to tag you, I'll be clicking at Kevin Adipo, and I'm told the name can't appear. So it's all about how you maneuver this particular setting. So very important, and I like that you have said, and it says example mentions include tagging you in posts and comments or tags in photos. So very important that you leave it on. Followers, anyone can follow Kevin. Let's come to communication. Well, on LinkedIn, and this is what I had a problem with now on my own LinkedIn. And we are saying controls to make sure you only get notified about what is important to you. On LinkedIn, that's okay. Email, the same. So he can receive on email if anything comes to LinkedIn, maybe someone has written to him, someone has liked his stuff, he'll get an email on his Gmail that this particular person has commented on you. Because sometimes also the mistake I see with most people, they come to LinkedIn and then you never visit. You open an account and it takes you 1 year. You even forget your password before you ever come back to LinkedIn. And therefore we drop you a message. I tell you, I'm recruiting for this particular role. It takes me 3 weeks or even a month for you to respond and say, Jane, I saw you were looking for me. Here is my ABCD. So again, when you link it up with your email, you are able to always see updates and know what you want to respond to and want to see. And for me, I'm very deliberate when it comes to LinkedIn because I know it's a professional market. It's a space that I meet people that really add to my cup. I get to learn more. I get to meet new people. I get to meet people who challenge me. And therefore, for me, even if I miss WhatsApp and I miss Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, I'll always at least have an hour or less in LinkedIn. At the minimum, I'll have at least an hour on LinkedIn. I'll like other people because also you cannot be just there. You want us to do things for you and you don't follow people. You don't write articles. You don't comment. All you do is go into people's inboxes and say, I am looking for a job. It doesn't work. So it has to be you to even come on the search button the way I showed you about searching. Maybe we're looking for a job, search recruiters, and then maybe start following them and what they post, they get to know you. Maybe they won't get to know you, but they can actually tell this person has been following me. This person is my connection. So the time that they'll be looking for something that you want, you can even go to their inbox, like someone who knows something about them. It will be easier as a connection. But the day you want something, the day you're trying to send a connection, and then you find that maybe the LinkedIn is saying, I can only be followed, which is really good that I'm training because they're going to change that. So very important that you learn to connect. You don't ensure your car the date is already banned. So don't try to connect that headhunter the day you're looking for that particular job. So again, understand we said, where exactly are you on LinkedIn? So that means if you're here and your purpose is to go to maybe, I don't know which space and ABCD, there are people who are already there. That future viewers, there are guys who are living it today. Send them connections. Follow them. If you really like them, make them even your online mentors. Be able to learn and follow them and like their things and comment and make them your online connections, your online friends. The day you need something, it will be very easy for you. If they have some that suits you, it will also be very easy for them to connect you and remember that I know this particular person. I see them doing ABCD and ABCD. And also for LinkedIn, don't just be a follower. I know all of us can be there talking, but don't just be a follower. Just increase some activity, even if you're very, very, very quiet. Try and also get involved a bit. Especially if you're not doing it for work, if you're doing it for business, try as much as you can to be up there. So we have here recruitment updates. I see for Kevin it's on. Some people will not have turned this on. Job activities, hiring and insights. Let's see what he has over here. We have jobs on. So I'll show you how to do this. Let me just go back to the I'll go back to the search button before we lose that particular thought, and then we'll come back to the settings. So let me just go back to LinkedIn. We are going home. Actually, my poster is here. You can see when I was saying I'm headhunting for several positions for a BPO, see more. I can assure you all the CVs that were sent here, I didn't check. But there are people who saw this and immediately sent to my inbox, and because it was urgent, I told them refer for me this one, refer for me this one, refer for me this one. And in my search, I searched for BPO. Actually, I first went online, I looked for BPO organizations in Kenya. And all the names that came is what I searched. I came here and I searched for Sama, which is a BPO. Here, you can see it's a BPO. I came here, I searched for Kencall, which is a BPO. And anybody whose name was having Kencall in him, I actually wrote to him telling them, you know what, I'm looking for guys in this particular industry. How can I do ABCD? Now back to Kevin. So Kevin could be looking for jobs like HR business partner. HR business partner in jobs. So he could be looking for this particular job, which is at a Nature Conservancy. So we open it, and you can see this is what I wanted to see. You can see it saying HR business partner in Kenya, set job alert. So if you're looking for such jobs, you set an alert. Every time it was already actually, it's now on. It wasn't on. So every time they have such a job, he'll be alerted. He'll be told, we feel these jobs are, you qualify for the following jobs that are in LinkedIn. And they'll even have a link. His work would just be to click there and he'll find the job. If he's looking for this one, which is here, again, the alert is actually on, so that's okay. So there are some jobs you have to be sure what kind of jobs you want and come and turn it on your own. Assuming he wants to do HR officer. Just an example. So I'm going to search that on jobs because you want to turn on all the alerts. Set alert, you can see it is not on. So we have one for policy development, which I should follow for myself. We have this, we have this. So assuming he wants this, there are 6 already, we set the alert for him. So any job that will be in that line, he'll be alerted. And therefore it will be almost impossible for him to miss a job that has been advertised and has that particular criteria of someone is looking for it here. So I hope that's clear. So we go back to now his settings and privacy. So that was for the purpose of letting us know that you could actually think about the kind of jobs you're looking for. Because I'm telling you, LinkedIn is one of the areas that almost all the employers, anybody wants global presence. It's expensive for employers to recruit from here, but it's one of the best areas that you find job seekers. So don't be left out. Don't be left out. So we come here and we come to feasibility and communication. So Anders will just talk about communication. So LinkedIn, email, push-ups on your device. This I think you already see. Receive by email communication. You'll find this Gmail account there. On recruitment updates are on, jobs, activities, hirings are on. That's also okay. Profile is on, and even that's okay. Then we go back. And then we come here and who can reach you? Who can reach you is very, very, very important. Invitation to connect. And that's what I was saying. Mine is turned off. Maybe I trained with it. I don't know how that would happen, that I'm not allowing guys to connect. So invitations to connect, even on LinkedIn. If you remember when we were starting, Kevin tried to send me a connection from this account, and he was told I prefer guys following me, which is not true. Meaning there must be a setting here that I've not put right. You understand? Like you're saying, if you tick here, only people who appear in your imported contact list, only people who know your email address will appear in the imported contact list. So it means some guys won't be able to connect with you. If I can't connect with you, I can't send you a message. So it's very important that you go and make sure that it is everyone on your LinkedIn pages you can see someone recommended is able to connect with you. So invitations from your network. Allow your network to send you page invitations on. So that's okay, Kevin. Messages, allow select people to message you. Let's say. Enable message request notifications, yes. Allow others to send you this, yes. And then we have that's okay. That's okay. So most likely under mine, you saw that you could not send me a message, right? So most likely mine is no. Meaning guys are not able to follow me and they're not able to message me. So they can like my profile. They'll go online, they'll love what they're seeing. At the same time, they can't communicate. They just keep saying, I saw a very good candidate, but I am not able to talk to her, you know? And sometimes we even put even the email. So very, very, very that you actually go in and make sure that these connections are actually open. And then you're talking about sponsor. That's a yes. Read receipt and typing indicators. That's kawaida. Those are normal. So let's go to data privacy, even though it doesn't affect how people search you online. Job seeking preference, job application setting. Choose what information LinkedIn saves when you submit a job application. Let's see. So Kevin has several resumes here. Like you can see, Kevin, this is private. We are not opening the resumes. Don't worry. So allow LinkedIn to save your resumes and answers about your work experience and skills. You can always change your answers when you apply. For me, I always take this off because I do not want them gathering all that information about me. So I would always turn this particular off. I would rather save these on my desktop or whatever else. I know that I use this particular CV for this particular job. I use this particular CV for this particular job. I use this particular one for this particular job. Because sometimes we're also able to download your resumes. So for me, I always turn this particular one off. I can store this elsewhere. But I'll not turn it off for you, Kevin. You do that if you choose to.
Please do.
Okay. Let me do it then. So off. Are you sure you want to delete resumes and answers? Yes, delete. So your privacy is important. Include a copy of your full profile with the application, then about to do ABCD. That's okay. You can save that whatever else that you want to save. Sharing profile, you click apply. Up to you. Sometimes you want to edit some things, but if you're applying on LinkedIn, then that's okay to share. But sometimes you want to change a few things. So, but you can see it doesn't have a big deal, that particular one. Commute preferences, the same. May not be applicable for us. We'll use this info to calculate your commute time to jobs and improve your job recommendations. How do you prefer to commute to work? Walking, driving? Are you willing to commute? Really, these are necessary information. So we can even delete all the preferences because it's not helping anyone. True or true? So it's not helping you. Like I'm very sure you can even choose to fly. Store job applicant accounts. Let's see this. You have no job application accounts. That's okay. So what am I saying? Okay. Every time you whatever that you're going to be, when you go to settings, when you're saying yes or no, think through about it. But what I know is most people never even go to the settings. You just have your profile. Maybe someone did it for you or you did it for yourself and you didn't think about the impact of that. And keep checking. Like, no, I can't explain how mine is not allowing guys send me messages. That's very funny if they're not my connections. So privacy, communication, feasibility, very important. Very important. And I think that would be it for now. The other important thing is the kind of profile photos that you put. I know most of us have had this. So of takeaway is the kind of names that appear under your name, who can reach you, and I hope that will be everybody that will allow everyone to be able to reach you. And then 3, why exactly are you on LinkedIn? And then under your settings, can guys follow you? Can they send you messages? Can they connect with you? And then the photo that you put. what messages do you want to send with the message with the photo that you're putting? So it is not Facebook, it is not Instagram. So the things that you're going to put in your profile photos, be very clear. What exactly do you want them to communicate for you? So whatever you post is also a brand of what you want people to think about you, how you comment on people's forevers. Sometimes I see people becoming sweet and sour. So always ask yourself how you want to appear online. It's okay to be you, but would you rather be sweet or sour, or would you rather be real and all that? So there are things that you have to constantly ask yourself in the kind of comments that you make for other people, the kind of reaction that you give other people. So this is me on LinkedIn, Jenny Mutisia.
There's a question here. Amadeo is saying, I have tried to edit the college I attended, but it's never gone through. I had lied when joining LinkedIn and I wanted to change that. Kindly advise on what to do.
So like if you come to here education, you can always edit. You see, if you click for whichever email that you have put, you click on it and then you come and say edit. And then you can edit, you can delete. Like if you want to edit this for Kevin to move from Moore University to whichever the university, I'll just delete it. And then say, do not notify your network about job and education changes. Updates can take up to, so it's off. It's supposed to be, of course, yeah. You don't have to always know about that unless if it's something different. Yeah, you just go there and edit. You can take education to edit, and then that's okay. After you've done all the changes, make sure you save. Sometimes if you put education, because sometimes people want to know why people put universities is because of alumni associations. So like if you went to Harvard, you definitely want guys to know that you went to Harvard. I also know there's that and all that. But sometimes you want to sell is your education qualification. Maybe you want to sell that you have a management and leadership master's or degree, and therefore that's what you want to come ahead and you can seal it that and have that come as the topmost thing. So you can actually edit anything if you come to your profile. You'll be able to just edit almost everything. So view profile, education, experience, all that. Let's see. You can change your experience, volunteering. Ujaandika work experience?
Yes.
Yako ujaandika work experience. Ama umeandika? Oh, umeandika. Okay. So again, because people want to know industries, when you come to work experience, you could write HR officer and then Pan-African, blah, blah, blah. And then you can give a brief. You can actually give a brief of what you say an INGO dealing with you, funded by, you just give a brief because you want guys to, before they reach you, apart from your title up there are things that they're going to check. And even up there on your title, like for you who is now in the NGO world, Tara, Coptic, you actually have a mix of both. You can work anywhere. So so you could actually put here the industry. You could actually put industry and then show that you're both in NGO and profit making. Yeah, so you could put some duties, but put in a way that edit, headline, and profit. You could put some duties here. And don't put so many stories. Just put in a way that people can able to see the value addition that you're bringing. So it's not just too many stories. There's a limit, yes, but there are some guys who write things that we are not able to pick, and others will actually be able to pick from what they are writing. So a summarized version that has value in what you're saying. For all of them, you could actually do that. For all of them, yeah, you could actually do that. Any other query?
There are quite a number. There's somebody who is asking, when making changes, how do you put your profile off? And then when you're finished, you can put your profile back on.
I think you'd have to go to settings. You see where we're saying nobody should see here, but you don't have to. How long would you be changing? See, it doesn't take even 2 hours. Doesn't take 2 hours, I guess. But anyway, if you want to change that, you would come to feasibility, here feasibility, and same. So if you come here and say in private mode, choose whether you are feasible or viewing in a private mode. Again, you could choose that.
Somebody is saying, Nerea is saying, under work experience, should we write all duties or a summary of the role?
What do you want to sell? What are you targeting? Because sometimes, yes, history is important, but focus more on what you want to sell. So you don't have to write everything, but what you feel this is going to add weight. We do many things in the office, including photocopying. But you really have to put the photocopying in the list of duties. So always ask yourself, what is the purpose of this particular bullet in this particular summary of what I'm giving?
What does open to work sound like? Is it advisable to have open to work tag?
For me personally, I don't like it. Sounds like it's actually sounding, if you're on LinkedIn, you all know, if I'm hiring, I'll not hire you because you're open to work. I'll hire you because you fit the qualification that I'm looking for. And therefore, for me, I wouldn't go saying open to work.
And Nani, Yabe is asking whether having the premium account has any advantages.
There's a lot of advantages. You get to see jobs that maybe you wouldn't have seen. You get to interact with the recruiters. Most of those things that you pay in LinkedIn really are very, 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 very good. They're very good. You get, even when I post an advert, if I pay for it, it has wider reach. Yeah, so anything you pay for has a huge benefit. Even the LinkedIn courses have a huge benefit.
Yeah,
and they have a free trial. They have a free trial even for the premium account. And during the free trial, you access all the benefits. So before you decide to make the payment, what you could do is go for the free trial. And they'll ask you for your card, not a problem, put the card. But remember to put a reminder so that if you're not willing to go to the next second month where you're supposed to be paying, then you come and disconnect the payment. But you can actually access even the trainings free of charge for a whole month on trial.
Jen, give us your final remarks.
Okay. Just say that LinkedIn is supposed to be for business networking, you to get to know professional networks, and that's what you should use it for. So don't get in there and now stop us from connecting with you, like you saw the mistake that mine has for whatever reason. So if you're not going to give us your email on the whatever, like you can make it very easy. Even in your summary down there, put your email after you give the summary about yourself, put your email there. Let us be able to reach you in a very easy way. Like for other people, comment for other people, and also post and let us learn from you. And most important, have people recommend you. People who have worked with you, let them recommend you, because when it's authentic, then we almost feel like people are endorsing someone that we know. And we can actually ask them, I see you have worked with Kevin. Would you recommend him? Not technically, as a person, would you recommend him? So very, very important to actually have people who recommend you. So all the best, and keep playing with LinkedIn. And there's so much you could actually go online and read. And you just improve your game when it comes to your option in LinkedIn. Back to you, Grace. Yeah.